As always, you're not here by accident, and neither am I. Can you feel it? I know I can. Things are different this time. Something's in the air. There's no doubt the world is moving fast forward towards something, but the question nobody is asking is where.
Does this align with end times prophecy? Yes and no. The Bible clearly foretold that Israel would be scattered and regathered, fulfilled on May 14th, 1948. Scripture also predicts that in the last days, a great coalition from the north, including Persia, modern-day Iran, will rise up against Israel, see Ezekiel 38:39. Well, what we are seeing today is not the full fulfillment of that prophecy. It is certainly a foreshadow. Jesus said, when you see these things begin to happen, look up, for your redemption is drawing near.
These are the birth pains and the signs of a world on the brink. Wars are no longer isolated struggles tucked away in dusty history books or far-off deserts. They're everywhere, relentless, fiery and personal. Religious terrorists spill blood for sacred soil. Global superpowers flex and claw for dominance. And everyday people? They're just trying to survive the fallout. From Israel to Iran, Gaza to Ukraine, and from the streets of Paris to the underground bunkers of Pyongyang, the world is on fire. These aren't just geopolitical struggles. These are the birth pangs of prophecy. Yes, there have always been wars, famine, sickness. But what we're witnessing today is different. Everything is accelerated, ramped up to a fever pitch. It's as if the volume of human suffering has been cranked to maximum. The chaos is louder, the storms are stronger, the hatred is hotter. This isn't just another rough patch in history. This is apocalyptic velocity. And for the Bible scholar, there's one undeniable line in the sand, 1948. That year, against all odds, Israel, God's prophetic timepiece, was reborn. A scattered people, dispersed across the nations for nearly 2 millennia, suddenly returned to their ancient homeland, just as foretold. Then the Lord your God will restore you from captivity, and will gather you again from all the peoples where the Lord your God has scattered you. Deuteronomy 33. I will restore them to their own land, which I gave to their fathers. Jeremiah 16:15. That was the trigger. The ticking clock of prophecy began to chime louder than it had in centuries. The scriptures warned us that the generation who saw Israel reborn would not pass away until all these things came to pass. That includes wars, famines, earthquakes, moral collapse, global confusion, and it includes the final confrontation. So why Israel, and why now, you might ask? Because everything in prophecy revolves around that tiny nation. Israel isn't just some tiny nation on the map. It's the epicenter of spiritual warfare. A dot the size of New Jersey that somehow dominates headlines year after year, generation after generation. Why? Why does the world's hatred and obsession orbit this one people, this one city, this one Temple Mount? Because God said it would. Even if you don't believe a word of the Bible, you can't deny the accuracy of its claims made thousands of years ago and fulfilled in the front pages of today's news. And the world knows it. They may scoff, mock, and roll their eyes, but the tension, the urgency, the sense that something massive is coming, that's everywhere. The moral collapse has been building for some time, and if you just look around, you can see its grip on all of us. You don't need a preacher to tell you something is off. The world is cracking at the seams. Humanity is unraveling at warp speed. People will be lovers of themselves, lovers of money, boastful, proud, abusive, disobedient, brutal, not lovers of good. 2 Timothy 3:2. Sound familiar? This isn't fiction. This isn't alarmism. This is reality, and it's growing darker by the hour. So what now? What next? People are frightened, confused, angry, exhausted. They feel the dread, even if they don't understand it. The world is no longer stable. The systems we trusted are failing. And no politician or peace treaty is going to fix what's broken at the spiritual core. But Scripture doesn't just forecast destiny. It offers hope. Because as the birth pains increase, so does the promise. A deliverer is coming. Until then, don't sleep. Don't ignore the signs. The clock is ticking. And whether you believe it or not, the birth is coming. Or should I say, the Christ is coming.